Art all time again. Yes, well, this is not the bag of the art store. This is a music store. I went to that music store in the same day that I bought a few of these materials in here. So I put it all in this bag. And it is that time when I get to show you some fun art materials. And there's a lot of premium stuff in here. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's go. First, well, I'll start with this big boy. It's a block of paper. It's Fabriano. It's just some sketching paper. No biggie, but it's a good brand, so I bought it. It was on sale. And I must tell you that a lot of the materials I bought were on sale. That's why I bought so many. And the store where I bought it, it's Provoca Art, which is a Portuguese store based in Caldas da Rainha, which is another city. But now, since last December, they have a store in Lisbon, and well, it's already my favorite one because they have the most amazing prices, and they also sell online. So if you're in Portugal, or I believe they send all around the world, I don't know, take a look at them because they probably have your favorite materials at the best prices. Check them out. So that's it. First of all, the Fabriano sketching pad. I'm not gonna open this one today because I have a lot of paper, and I just bought this because it was on sale and it's good quality paper. So I'll be swatching the materials I bought on one of my homemade sketchbooks, and you'll hear more about these guys in my next video, I believe, or one of the next ones, because I'm making a lot of them. I've got some leftover paints to deal with, so I'm using them to make DIY mixed media sketchbooks. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so YouTube knows that you like my content, and they'll let you know when I'll release my next video talking about these guys. Not only talking about them, I'll show you how I make them. In fact, I got another video on that matter here on the channel. It's an old video. I can link that on the description also if you want to see it. These are similar, but hey, they're different because I'm using some other paints. Okay, so I'll turn the camera over so you can see better what I'm about to do. Well, to start off, I'm gonna tell you that I bought some more Neocolor tools, but first, I must include in this video some footage of some materials I bought before today, and that included other Neocolor tools, other colors. This is just a plain set of the basic colors because I had an old one, but I was needing to replace some of the colors, so I decided to buy another basic set, and that is this one. But first, please watch that other materials footage. That will just add to this art haul. Well, first we'll start with this one. I bought this from Crelando the other day. It's now back to school time here in Portugal, so the supermarkets are all selling this kind of stuff. I didn't open this still, but these are very similar to the 3-in-1 Stabilo woodies. And if you're not new here in the channel, you probably know that I already have some Crelando 3-in-1s as well, and I love them. They're great. So now I decided to buy the pastel colors. I think they're new. I hadn't seen them before. They come with a sharpener as the other one. The normal color set, let's call it like that. It came with a sharpener. It's also red. It's probably just like this one. It's good because I've already used the other one and I loved it. As you can see, they are very big boys, and they have these new lovely colors, all pastel colors. Let's swatch them really quickly. So we've got this one, which is doesn't have the name of the color, just have this the kind of swatches here, but they really don't look like these pastel colors at all, so don't mind those. Maybe in here, yeah, this might be this one. Right away I see they are much scratchier than the other ones that I have, but I'm not gonna test that today. I leave it for another video because I don't have time today really. I'm in a hurry because I'm going to go out and I want to take the other materials, so I'm gonna just get rid of this art all thing. This one is very similar to that one. They're pretty similar. Oh, this is a very light one, but lovely. They're all very scratchy and make all this dust. And the other ones, the so-called normal colors, didn't. They were much softer and butterier. I'm gonna get some water to test them really quickly. Yeah, they dissolve in the water. And they dissolve really well, as did the other ones that I told you, which is perfect. And even though they're lighter colors, you know, they're pastel colors, I can see they are quite pigmented, and that's also very good. Oh, this is not watercolor paper, by the way. This is just printer paper. I just wanted to see how they perform, the colors, and if they dissolved in the water. I'm not testing their quality per se, because it wouldn't be a fair test in this paper. But there you go. These are the colors, really light colors. I'm still lacking a white on these guys because the other set didn't have one, and neither does this one. Let's get these guys aside now. Now I have this package. It didn't all come in this package, but I put it all in there so I wouldn't lose any of the new stuff. I bought this Viewfinder from Temu, but I don't like it because it's too loose. As you can see, it just, I don't know if it came like this or like this, but I think it came like this, which is even worse because if I just tilt it to the side, this thing will fall off. So I put it all the way around because it has these dots that kind of prevent it from falling so easily, as you can see. But if I do this, they fall easily. It has this dot in the middle and in here also, in these two corners, this one and this one, and that is for you to take notice of the real colors you're going for. Like for instance, this white might not be a pure white, and you have this gray, which is very shiny, and I don't like as well for that. But on this side it's a bit more matte, and it's easier for you to test the values, you know. Look at this green. It helps a little. I don't know if it's 100% efficient, but I'll have to try it. And I'll probably also put some kind of a plastic, you know, a red plastic, a red acetate in between these two layers to have also a more proper value finder, contrast finder, you know. As you know, I have some red sunglasses that I use for that, but it would be handy if it was in this little object and would just come with me in my pencil case everywhere. And it also would add to this height, you know, here, and would make this piece a little bit thicker and it wouldn't fall off as easy. So I'm going to be working on that in the future, and I'll show you in another video, okay? So that's it for my viewfinder. More. I bought some white pastels from this brand, Gesso. This is also from Temu. I haven't tried them yet. There are 5 white oil pastels. Let me just try them in here. I just felt them in the hand and they feel really soft, which is great for me. Yeah, they're a bit transparent, but not too much, so I'd say they're quite good. They were very cheap as well. I don't know, but probably about €3, these 5 sticks. And I've got more Caran Neocolor 2s, yay, to add to my collection. I wanted even more, but they didn't have it on stock. I bought this from Staples. It's where I found them the cheaper. They were €1.80 each. So I bought these new colors. I'm going to swatch them in here. This is the 071. It's the salmon pink, the indigo blue 139, light cobalt blue 661, Indian red 075. This is the gold 499. I don't like this very much because it's a bit metallic and I'm not very fond of metallics. I saw some artists use this and say that the metallic didn't show up too much, but I already tested this and it shows a little bit, you know, some sparkles of like glitter, and I'm not very fond of that, but I know a lot of you are. So this is a beautiful green and I'll show you when I wet it. This is moss green 225, malachite green 180, paint gray 508, beige 403. When I looked at this, when I bought it, I thought this was a gray and I didn't like it as much. Well, I love grays, but I have a light gray, I believe, in Neocolors. No. Or maybe it's just the Neo Pastels, I think. These are my old Neocolors, by the way. Yeah, I don't have a gray in here, but I have a light gray in the Neo Pastels, which I sometimes use with these guys. So I thought I didn't need it, but then I swatched it and I saw that it's really a light brown. It's a beige, really. Well, I was going to say not a gray, but yeah, it is a warm gray and it's very unique and pretty. So now I'm going to water it a little bit in this same printer paper, which is not perfect for this, but it's just for you to get a clue of how pigmented they are and how the color changes when it's wet. This indigo blue, for instance, seems very night blue and then turns into a violet or a purple. This red, Indian red, turns more vibrant and more true red, let's say it like that, when you wet it. And let's see this gold. As you can see, it turns green, a very beautiful green, but it has that shimmer that I don't fancy too much, although I think it's kind of growing on me. That gold comes handy to mix with other colors and make beautiful colors, and I'm not upset that I bought it at all. This is the moss green. It turns a lot lighter when wet. This is the malachite green, which for me, it's a turquoise blue, and I love it. I don't use it too much because it's such a strong and peculiar color, but I don't know, I look at it and I'm happy all of a sudden, you know, it makes me happy. This is the paint gray, and I say paint gray and not Payne's gray because in the Neocolors they call it paint gray without the S. It's not Payne's gray, it's paint gray in here. So I don't know the real name of the color, if it is Payne's gray or paint gray, but that's just a detail and I really couldn't care less. And here's the beige, really pretty. You can get it to be very, very light. Of course, in this paper, the swatches are not very great looking, especially with the water, because the paper turns gray when it's wet. And now for the swatching of this set, I will choose another sketchbook because this one says retrato here. That means portrait in Portuguese. So I want to use this page to draw a portrait, and that's not what I'm about to do right now. So I'll choose another one of my DIY mixed media sketchbooks that have some pages also prepared with these off-white color, and that's where I'm going to swatch these materials. Yeah, maybe this one is better. This has a lot of texture. I don't know if you can see, and it's wall paint, so it's not a conventional base layer to swatch these materials. but I'm not looking to see whether they're good or not because I already know they're excellent quality. I'm just meaning to see the colors, and at the same time I'll test how they perform in this material. So they came with a brochure, a little brochure. These are second-hand, so this is not the most recent package, but I don't care really. I bought this second-hand, that's why they're a little bit older, but they were never used before. So let's swatch them. Some of these colors are new to my old set because the one I had was even older than this one. For instance, this pink, which is, well, in fact, it says purple 090. I didn't have in my previous basic set. This darker one, I don't believe I had also. So let's see what is this color. It's the violet 120. The rest of the colors, I believe they're the same that I had in the previous set. Instead of these two colors, I believe I had a lighter blue and a lighter green that I don't have in this one. Perfect. The Neocolor tools behave perfectly in this surface. I'm really happy with it. And what do I have more to show you? These are some new stuff for me. They're not new though, so maybe you already know them. It's the Derwent Graphitint pencils. I just bought the 12 set. They're tinted water-soluble graphite pencils, and they have these lovely muted colors. So I'm gonna swatch them now. First is the port, well, inspired by port wine produced in Portugal. I can see, I don't know if you can see this. I'll try and show you closely. I can see a brown color and a gray graphite as well in here. Maybe they'll mix together when I water them. Well, maybe I'll test that right now. Yes, they mix together and it makes this beautiful color. Let me see what I can do with it if I draw directly onto the water. Yeah. And by drawing with it like this, I can see both pigments mixed together, you know, the kind of reddish brown and the gray of the graphite also. It's pretty unique. Very beautiful. Yeah, let's test the next one. It's the aubergine. Again, I can see a purple mixed with the gray of the graphite. Yeah. And by mixing the two of them, I get this muted violet. Very pretty. Oh, lovely. Yes. Now it's the dark indigo, the slate green. Oh, beautiful. I love this color. Ivy, chestnut, cool brown, cocoa, storm, midnight black, cloud gray, and cool gray. Oh, this is a beautiful blue. We can see in all of them the shimmer of the graphite as well as the muted colors they have in the pigment. Now I'm gonna water them and I bet they're gonna show the colors much better. Yeah, this is a lovely blue. The dark indigo. This must be a lovely green. Oh yes, yes, it's a grayish green. It's very beautiful. I love muted colors, as you know. Oh, this is an olive green. Perfect. And I bet they mix together very well to come up with different colors. This is a lovely rich brown, very warm brown. And this is a pale brown and a much colder brown. This one, another hot brown, not so reddish as this one. This is a beautiful gray. This is the Midnight Black. It's a gray, really, not a black. This is the Cloud Gray, I believe. It's also a bluish gray, very beautiful. And this is also bluish gray, a little bit darker and bluer than the previous one. Yes, lovely colors I've got in here. Really happy with this set. Next, and continuing with the Derwent, I've got the Derwent Drawing, which probably a lot of you know already, but they're new to me. I've been wanting to buy them for a long time, but I just couldn't find them here in Portugal. I don't know why. Well, probably because they are so good. They've been out of stock in a lot of stores. But finally, I got my hands on a package of 24. I know Derwent is just now releasing the 72 pack, but hey, I'm good with this 24 to start with, and then I will grow my collection because you can buy them open stock. These ones aren't water soluble, so I'm not going to water them. First, I have the light sienna. Solway blue. Oh, I'm sorry for the shaking. My desk is a little bit wobbly. I'm sorry for that. The ink blue. This is not the most perfect surface to write with because it's quite slippery. It's not like drawing in the actual paper, you know, like I'm doing on top here. But they grab onto this surface so well. I'm pretty impressed. Smoke blue. Pale cedar, green shadow, crag green, olive earth, warm earth, brown ochre, wheat, yellow ochre, sepia red, Mars orange, sanguine, Venetian red, terracotta, Mars violet, ruby earth, chocolate, ivory black. Oops, oh no, I broke my tip. I didn't even apply too much strength to it. I bet it was already broken. Maybe it broke on transportation because I bought this online. But look how wide is the core of this pencil. It's about ½ centimeter wide. It's very, very big. And now I have here the warm gray, cool gray, and the Chinese white. I'm gonna also test this Chinese white in a darker color because I believe it's quite opaque. But first, let's look at all this range of colors, beautiful muted tones, very natural, earthy tones. I love them. And here I go testing the Chinese white on this beautiful blue. And it couldn't be better. Quite opaque, as you can see. Maybe I'll test some of the other light colors also in here. Yes, this is the cool gray and the warm gray. Very opaque as well. The Mars violet. Yes, it shows off very, very well. No problems at all. The yellow ochre. Yes. Oh, they're lovely. They're just top quality, guys. The wheat. Yes, very lovely as well. This brown ochre, lovely. They're all very smooth and buttery, and I'm having no trouble at all drawing on top of these paints. I'll tell you all about the paints I used in these sketchbooks in that other video, probably my next one. Don't miss it, please. This is crag green, also a very light green. Beautiful. Another green what? Shadow. Green shadow. It's very close to this one. It's a little bit darker. And then this pale cedar. Yes. It's a very light color. And she goes on top of the blue with no effort at all. I'm not really applying much strength to it. it just lays down perfectly with no effort. Smoke blue, very pretty, yes. Again, perfect. Solway blue, which is also a very light color. And then I have this pinkish one, which is the light sienna. Perfect. Maybe I can show some of the dark colors as well. The ink blue. Also shows perfectly on top of this blue. This chocolate one. It's a very dark chocolate, as you can see. I don't know if the camera is showing, but it looks more like a chocolate here than it does here on the light paper. Here is a very dark brown, beautiful, muted, dark brown. In here, shows a little bit more warmth, also beautiful. And then I have this ivory black that I broke the lead. And it goes perfectly down on this paper with this paint on top of it. Fantastic. Then I've got some paints from Liquitex, the basic acrylic fluid paints. This one is quinacridone magenta, and I've also bought unbleached titanium, and also this full set. I don't know if I can show you. Let me just get my camera a little bit away from the table. I bought this full set of 6 paints, which are the basics. Where are the names of the colors? Oops, sorry. Primary yellow, primary red, primary blue, phthalocyanine green, white, titanium white, and black, Mars black. And I'm gonna test them out right now. They came sealed, so I have to take the lid off and take the seal off. And just got paint all over myself. Oh, okay. I'll just do this because it has a lot of paint in the lid. This is the yellow. Whoa, the primary red looks more like a pinkish one. Yes, it's like a carmine pink or something. This is not a red at all for me. That's why I bought the magenta, because I was thinking this was completely red, so I wouldn't get to mix the perfect colors with it, you know, because although some people say that primary red is a primary color, well, it isn't. Magenta is really the primary color. And I'm gonna just test the magenta right next to it to see the difference. Yes, quite darker. Yes, there is a bit of a difference in those two. But maybe I didn't have to buy this one. But it's okay. It's okay. I can get different pinks with this red and with this magenta, different purples, especially pinks and purples. You can really mix different colors with those 2 shades of pink, of magenta. Then I'll go for the blue. Oh, it's a beautiful blue. It looks quite dark, but in fact, it's almost like a cyan blue. I don't know how you call it, but that blue is really the primary blue. This one is a little bit darker than that, but it is bright, so I bet I can mix lovely colors with it. It is a good green. You can make a lot of colors with it. It's a bit bright for my taste, but it's not bad. It's good for mixes. Now I have the white, titanium white. I will test these colors for their opacity also. A few hours later. Yes, I had a bit of emergency to take care of, but I'm here now. And I'm gonna keep on swatching the fluid acrylics. There was just two colors missing, the unbleached titanium and the black. I'm gonna start with this one because I wanna compare it to the white. Gorgeous color. Oh, I see. You don't see it so well in the camera like this because of the shine. But if I do this, you can see that is totally different from the white. And this is very dark black. Yes, I can feel that it's very opaque. So here's all the swatches of the several materials that I showed you in this session. These first ones are the Neocolor tools, then the Graphitint from Derwent, and I can totally still see the shimmer from the graphite in the swatches that I have not watered, which is something to consider if you don't like that in your work. And I can also tell you that better, the lighting is better this way. I can also tell you that you only see the full potential of the color once you water it. Then the acrylics are amazing. Some of the colors are not very opaque. I think the only one fully opaque here is the black. But I'll show you the opaqueness test in a minute. Now the Derwent Drawing are these lovely colors. I'm really wanting to use these guys on my sketchbook and on canvas, well, whatever. I believe they're light fast, so these colors will last for sure for a very long time. And now I've got this Pilot V5 iTech Point 0.5 ink pen. They say it has pure liquid ink inside. It's a Pilot pen, and I bought it, although it has a very fine nib, to try and see if I find a pen that I love drawing with. This is not it yet, I must tell you. It is very fine point nib. I didn't like it. I can water it, which is good for some projects. For instance, in this test that I made, I watered the ink to get these shades of blue in the leaves here, very light shadings. In here in the vase as well. But, well, it's not awful, but I don't like it very much. I would prefer black also. But when I bought these, they just had the blue and the red one. So I'm not in love yet. I gotta keep on searching for my favorite pen to go out and about with just one pen and one sketchbook to draw. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. I also bought this varnish from Sennelier. It's for oil and acrylic paintings. I haven't tried it yet. It's my first time buying it. I suppose it's good, but I'll have to tell you later in some other video. Oh, it says it has UV protection, so I suppose it's good, especially for mixed media, because we combined a lot of different materials. Some of them are not as light fast as others. So with this UV protection, I hope that I can preserve my colors a little bit better over the years. For oil and acrylic paintings. Yeah, I'll be trying this in the future, and I'll be letting you know then what I think of it. Now for the opaqueness test of the Liquitex basic acrylic fluid. Well, let's start with the black. Just one hand of paint and it's fully opaque, no shimmer at all, very matte, lovely. Then this is the green, also very matte, but completely transparent, just one hand of paint. And then with second hand of paint, in some places you can see that I left it fairly thick, but it's also completely see-through. If that's a problem to you, well, don't choose the fluid paints. It's not a problem for me. It depends on what you want to do with these paints. Then the blue, also the same thing, fairly transparent, 2 hands of color, not much of a difference. It's very similar to the green one. The white, it's fairly transparent here, 1 hand of paint, and you can see that it's fairly transparent. Well, these black letters don't stand out so much as in here because they have 1 white coat of paint on top of them. But then when you lay it for the second time, you can get quite a coverage with this white. So I'm pretty happy with this white. And then the off-white, transparent again. I mean, this is not off-white. What's the name? It's unbleached titanium. Here is just 1 hand of the paint. It's transparent, not as much as the titanium white, but it's also transparent. But then with the second coat of paint, you can see that it's quite opaque. You can see through a little bit, but not so much. And here is just 1 layer of paint on top of the 1 layer of white titanium. It's also pretty opaque. The yellow is completely transparent. 2 coats of yellow, also completely transparent. The red, also transparent, and with 2 coats, it's still transparent as the green and the blue. And magenta, also the same thing, transparent here with 1 coat of paint. In here with 2 coats, they're not even fully dried, but I can already see that it's going to be transparent as well. And then in here I just played around cleaning my brush, so you can see beautiful bright colors, but none of them are opaque, which really is what I expected from these paints because they are fluid acrylics. So they're quite pigmented and strong colors for fluids. I knew that when I was buying it. I'm just showing it to you guys so you know what you're getting into if you want to buy them. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this art all. I'm loving all of these materials. They're fantastic and I can't wait to explore them more. So I hope you stick along. I hope you give it a like, subscribe to my channel, click the bell so you won't miss my next videos where probably I will be exploring these materials more. So bye bye for now. Tô in frame. Devo estar agora.
Cortas a testa.
Oh, really? Assustaste-me. Está a gravar?
Tá.
Ok. E agora? Já estou toda carente. Eu sei que está tudo a abanar. Not too high.
Ai, credo. Isto ainda vai cair?
Não.
Mas agora tá bom, tá bom.
Tá bom? So guys, I hope you enjoyed this